All right, guys. Welcome to Rant and Chill, a channel where I like to rant and I like to chill. Here we're going to be chilling. We'll be talking about Aldious. We're talking about their album District Zero. That's where I'm going through an Aldious thing right now, where I'm listening to their albums, sitting down, setting some time to really sort my thoughts about that, and doing a review. If you like this sort of thing, let me know if there's a band or an album you'd like me to do this for, and I'll definitely do that. You already know Love Bites. Have I not done an album review for Love Bites? Probably not. I don't know. With that said, that's what we're going to do here in this video. We're going to check it out. First, a word from our sponsor.
Gothic stainless steel rings are seriously cool. Make a bold statement, show up to an event in style, or just look cool with some slick rings that represent you. I chose the Wolf because I'm a member of the Wolf Pack and I really like Love Bites. Go to gothic.com, use promo code CHILL20, CHILL20 to get 20% off. Link is in the description box below.
All right, guys. So we're doing a review of Aldious District Zero. Let's talk about this. Now, released in 2013, this was the album that had that first change-up of singers. Yes, we lose Remy, who has a very fantastic voice for metal. I was really growing attached to her voice with the first two albums. But then we get that change-up because, unfortunately, she was unable to be with the band anymore, I think due to health reasons. And Reno took her spot. And Reno has a different singing style and has definitely a different voice, a very distinct voice that you either love or you hate, okay? I love it. But we'll talk more about that as we go through this review. Now, the album opens up with a song called Scratch. Not Scratch, not Crash, but Scratch. I'm not really sure what kind of verb this is, what it means, but I'm sure it's maybe it's a car crash with a wild cat inside. Like something I'd probably experience if I brought my metal cat with me. But yeah, this song has a very bright tone to it. It's beautiful guitar licks over rapid drumming. Great use of palm muting. I really liked the overall. I really enjoyed this song. It had a nice energy to it. And what came to mind, since I like to do video game references, what came to mind is the game Mega Man X. I was thinking like Storm Eagle, a little bit of a Boomer Kuwanger. That guy, that's not even an animal. If you know Mega Man X, all the bosses are named after animals. But Boomer Kuwanger, what is that? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. But setting that aside, it kind of reminds me of that. Yes, this is your first time hearing Reno, right? So it is a haunting but sweet voice. But on that note, following up Scratch is Misty Moon. And if you want a song that's really going to introduce to you the haunting tones of Reno's voice, this is a really good song for that. Misty Moon immediately, not only does the guitar hit you hard, because there is a very solid, a little bit slower, but a very solid guitar riff that comes in heavy. It moves a little slower than the other songs on this album, but it is deliberate and it is heavy. But on top of that, or with that, I should say, blended in, like, I don't know, man, how to describe it. Her voice, it's like a phantom. It kind of layers and it's like kind of creepy, kind of haunting, you know? But I mean that in all respect. It is a voice you can't get out of your head. And like, if you don't believe me, check it out. Go to YouTube Music or Spotify, look up Aldious, Misty Moon. You hear that voice, listen to it all the way, especially combined, blended with that melody, with a guitar. Oh man, it is good, it is good. I wrote many notes for that song. The bass is great, the drumming is great, the guitar work is great, and this is something that's going to be repeated quite a bit through this review. I'm going to tell you right now, this is good stuff. And the video game that comes to mind for this is Double Dragon. Remember the Double Dragon games? I was never any good at them, but I remember being able to, on a Nintendo, on an NES, be able to I think I punched a hooker. You punched hookers in that game? Well, I mean, they were holding chains and were going to attack you, but hey. The next song is Ground Angel. Ground Angel. And this is great. Fantastic. It has a nice kind of crunchy sound in the beginning that oh my God, that crunchy sound, it goes into this beautiful guitar work. The guitar just soars on high. It is beautiful. I mentioned Mega Man X, a Storm Eagle. You might be thinking this song, right? I'm thinking, no, this song is more like a Street Fighter song, man. It's more like a Guile song for Street Fighter. Dude, that guitar, it's freaking ringing. It's ringing high, okay? And, of course, Reno's voice is, once again, very good, very beautiful, and it works well with the song. Very lovely flow. You can get, 2 solos in this song. Man, good stuff. It's kind of like I wrote here, metal ballad. It's kind of like a metal ballad, but not full-on ballad, but there. What I mean by that is the guitar work has that kind of nice, kind of bold, bright tones to it, and slow in some ways. Like the pacing is just right to kind of emphasize on key notes. Meanwhile, you have Reno singing in a way that would definitely work for a ballad. Anyway, the next song number 4, is, I believe, translates to Cherry Blossom. Okay, Cherry Tree Blossom. Okay, I guess. If that's wrong, blame Deepal. Okay, and I describe that as a very rapid drumming. It is pumped up. Let's see, great guitar work. Really cool change-up with the guitars, too. There's some nice change-ups with the drumming as well. And the bass is really noticeable in the mix. That's one thing you're going to notice through all these songs on this album, is that the bass is in the mix, and it is there, okay? There's a part where the song slows down. There's a breakdown in this song, and it gets, in that breakdown, it starts building and building, gets more pumped up. A great build to it. Really cool, really cool. So, and that's one thing you'll hear, you'll experience with a lot of these songs, is that they're very dynamic. Let's say you don't like a song and how it begins. Stick with it, because it's going to change, and you're probably going to really like the change. It's good stuff. It really is. Look, Metal Cat agrees. I can end the review right now. Metal Cat agrees that this is a really good album. Check it out. This album's old. It's from 2013. Okay. If you don't know about Aldious, chances, actually, if you're watching this video, you know about the band. Okay. But if you don't, let me know in the comments section that you didn't know about the band, and this helped you discover the band, because, dude, I knew about them, but I didn't check them out as much as Love Bites or Bandmate or, Nimifil or things like that. But I'm glad I'm able to do this now. Following Cherry Blossom is Escape. Now, really, the song should be called No Escape, because the tone of the song, it's very different. It is very different from the other songs. It's a little bit slower. The high, intense energy is now, it's a slower pace. It's very deliberate. I don't mean, it's not really sluggish like sludge metal or anything like that. Don't get crazy. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. But it's not the rapid, fast pace of everything else. It is a little bit slower. But the guitar work and the voice, the bass, and all that, it really delivers this sensation that it's building this sensation of hopelessness that you are not going to be able to escape. That's what comes to me. What I think of when I hear this song. I forgot to say, the Cherry Blossom song, the game that would go with that is Castlevania. Definitely for that solo work. Oh, that solo work is very gothic. Escape, I put Ninja Gaiden. Next song here is Scabby Heart. Now, Scabby Heart is also very distinct, very different from every other song on this track, or on this album. If you like a good drum and bass, you're going to love this. If you're a fan of the band The Warning, because they have a really good drum and bass, and they do, They do. This song is up your alley, okay? This song is really good. The drum and bass is so good. I cannot emphasize that enough. But it's more than that. Of course, the guitar work is there. And it builds up. The guitar work is introduced. It sounds slick. It's stylish. And there's this nice stop and go momentum with it. Why are you so alert? There's nothing over there. She's like looking at something over there. There's nothing over there. What, is it Reno? Is Reno visiting us right now? With her voice? With her haunting voice? Is she coming here? I mean, maybe, guys. Well, what do you think? Is the metal cat seeing something? Is she losing her mind? I don't know. But anyway, Scabby Heart is really, really good. It's probably one of my favorite songs on this album. And it's not even the hardest, but it's really cool. There's a lot of cool guitar work going on, little technical stuff going on, like pinch shifts and stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff. It's just the pacing of it is so well done. It is like calculated. It is so cool. And the game that comes to mind for that, like our RTS, a real-time strategy, I'm thinking like Command and Conquer. Okay, I'm thinking like Command and Conquer game. I could definitely see that. All right. We have more songs here. We have Desolate Love. This is cool. All right, I like the pacing of the drums here. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's more like a metal ballad. Let's see. The guitars are balanced in the mix. There's a lot of character in the song, and Reno's voice really shines here. And once again, it is haunting, but in a good way. Like, man, like Asami has a sweet opera voice, right? She has a sweet voice that inspires you. It is like her voice. It just gets you pumped up, and you're optimistic. You're thinking great things. It gets you going. You're thinking today is the day. No pun intended, because it's love bites. With Reno, my experience so far has been like, I'm getting chills, and they're electrifying. Okay, but I'm getting chills. Okay, is that your experience? Okay, then we have Raise Your Fist. The fast, energetic energy of that momentum from the beginning of the album returns. Okay, a really cool drumming. I like the change-ups that happen in the song. There's group singing going on. Either group singing or Reno's voice gets doubled during parts. There is a drum and bass part, like a drum and bass solo moment, really, honestly, which happens another time on this album. Like, Sawa's a good bass player. Okay, jeez, I don't think she gets enough attention. I don't think she gets enough respect. Then you have White Crow. White Crow starts off with a really cool drumming that kind of reminds me a little bit of Painkiller, like Judas Priest. It starts off with a solo, a really great way to hit off the track, right? Really great way to hit off that song. Really cool. Machine gun like picking action. And then I just kept writing bass with hearts after it, and everything just blends well. Now, the last heavy track of this album, and the one that has this track has the track is called Repeatedly. Okay. Very methodical. Very, very methodical. I was writing notes, I was listening to it. I was like, it's a little bit slower, but then it's not, because it has like that fast-paced, high energy at times, but then it also has that slow and deliberate, methodical riff action. But it's paced so well, and it just builds upon itself. The song levels up as it plays. I don't know how to explain it. There's actually a video game with a theme song that's kind of similar, Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem theme. It kind of has a similar feel and build like that, but I would say better, better. There's a drum solo in this song. Very cool. Hey, why are you biting? Why are you biting me? You see, I pet her, and then she wants to bite me. Maybe I'm not. Am I not doing it right? Fine, then I'll stop petting you. You like that now? You like that? Anyway, I know White Crow. White Crow, I didn't have a video game to pair it with. Raise Your Fist, I chose Mega Man X. That's an easy one. Desolate Love, I didn't have a video game to pair with. So there's that. If you could think of a video game or a movie that pairs well with these songs, you let me know. I kind of like that, like doing that here. The last song on the album is called, at least it's translated to, Chrysanthemum. I probably mispronounced that. This is a piano ballad. It is a very beautiful, well-constructed piano ballad, but it's not just a piano ballad. Because as the song plays, it slowly builds and builds to a solid, very hard, very heavy ballad. It is very, very bold. I really like what's going on there. Overall, this album of Aldious, this District Zero, is an album that is full of beautiful harmonies, beautiful guitar harmonies with very lively, thick bass lines, dynamic drumming, and sweet yet haunting vocals from Reno. Now, of course, the question that comes up often, and I understand why, because people like to compare things. It's there. You probably want to ask, who do you like more, Reno or Remy? And it's hard to answer that. It really is hard to answer that. Remy had a very great voice. Reno has a very great voice. It's different. Would I prefer Remy? I would answer that with, I would like this. If there was a way to get both to sing these songs so you can have both versions, that would be great. Because they both offer something very distinct. It like Remy's voice kind of remind me of like Judas Priest, sort of like that sort of delivering vocals, like, or Gamma Ray or something like that. Okay. Reno is something very different. And I really can't think of an example that really, I can't think of another band that has a similar voice. But if you know of one, let me know. A Western band for that sort of reference. But you can also let me know if Japanese bands have a similar voice. Be kind of curious too. So it's hard to really compare. It is really hard to compare. They're both really good. And that puts me in a difficult spot. How do I rate this album compared to the previous albums? Like, I really like the first two Aldious albums. I thought they were more metal than this album. Yet this album, District Zero, broke the top 10. It got them on the top 10 list. So there's some... I think this album's really good. I think District Zero has a good sound to it. Has great tracks with, like I said, beautiful harmonies, great guitar work, great bass line, great drumming. It's just good. I highly recommend it. I would probably have to give it like a 9 out of 10. Okay? And I'll probably do that. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, yeah, that was my review, guys, of District Zero, of Aldious' District Zero. You guys let me know what you thought about this, and if you agree or disagree, or if you have a video game or movie that pairs well with the songs on the album. Let me know what you think would pair well. And that's about it, guys. Y'all take it easy and have a good one.